Now, motorists are also heading into Gauteng from Limpopo through the N1 toll gate in Caruso, heading to their various destinations. Traffic officials from the Gauteng Metro Police and others are doing patrol checks to ensure that motorists adhere to the lockdown regulations. Now, let's go live now to our reporter Sindisiwe Twala, who's on the N1. Cindy, good morning to you. I suppose hundreds of thousands of commuters are racing against time to ensure that they meet that midnight deadline. What are you observing?
Myself and Tulane kicked off today at the park station, where we saw many people racing against time in order to make it home before 12 p.m. Others going as far as Durban, others going as far as the East London or in parts of the Eastern Cape, many saying their major concern is the commuting taxis getting to home. Some of them are saying that they're hoping, they've started making calls that by the time they land at the various stations, they will have some transport. But now, if they're like the people on the N1 right at the back of me, which Tulane is going to show you, your main concern is racing against time to get to the different provinces that you're trying to get to. Some of the people are passing by here are going to make it past or go to Mpumalanga. Others are going to be making their way into Gauteng. But unfortunately, after they've made it past here, this is what they're going to be spotted by. They're going to be confronted by various traffic management in Gauteng who are going to be checking if they have their valid driver's license, if their car license discs are still valid. But today they can sigh a sigh of relief that they will not be checked, that they have permits, because we know that the grace period is still in effect until 11:59. After that, let's find out what is going to happen. A very good day to you, Bab Obed. Tell us, after 11:59, what's going to happen if you're spotted on the roads?
Honestly, it's slightly dicey. However, we know it was regulated that people are allowed to travel, between 8 and 5 p.m. Inter-provincial travelers. This time, I think they are going because of if you start a trip and by 12 or 11:59, you are still on the road, I think people will be allowed to complete their trips. They must know that as from the 8th, they are not going to travel anymore.
And then in terms of police or JMPD or Gauteng Traffic Police visibility, how visible are they throughout this period, within the grace period and post it?
We have been visible. We are still on the road, specifically on national routes. If you look at our national routes, that is where we have mounted multidisciplinary 24/7 roadblocks. Compounding, it's your roving as well as your secondary roadblocks, where motorists must expect to be stopped, searched, and vehicle inspected. We are in numbers capacitated, and we are definitely sure we're not so far encountering challenges. However, out to deal decisively with those that will be breaking the law.
Have people been behaving?
So far, honestly, on freeways, people are behaving. With regard to your 70% load capacity, people are doing that. With regard to your, wearing of face masks or, cloth to cover your mouth and nose, people are doing that. Sanitizing of motor vehicles, and some motor vehicles do, move with sanitizers inside the car. With regard to social distancing, definitely that is being observed.
And then in the provincial roads, we know that other people are using the alternative roads rather from the national roads. What have you observed there? We know that the MEC of Community Safety a few weeks ago actually stopped a car that had about 22 people in it.
Yes, it is indeed true. We saw the past month or last month, my MEC, Faith Chovicho Mazibuko, it was a roving roadblock in Mamelodi where a 15-seater vehicle, was carrying 22 passengers, 11 kids and 11 adults. And when the driver was interviewed, he answered by saying he used a gravel road from Marble Hall to Pretoria or Gauteng. Now,
lastly, what's the final stance from the traffic management? What are you saying to people to do what?
we are saying we are definitely going to ensure that all roads, gravel roads, are going to be monitored. Your national roads, local as well as your district roads. We are definitely going to ensure that those are being monitored and there is police visibility, army visibility, traffic visibility.
Thank you so much. That was the traffic management spokesperson telling us that these routes and various other will continue to be monitored. Myself and Thulane will continue on our trip. You might actually see us in another province reporting from there when we speak next.